Alright, we're going to try to replace my power steering pump here. My neighbors decided to blow the leaves off his yard, which is worthless because there's more that's going to fall, but whatever. So I'm sorry for the background noise, but hopefully y'all can see what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is loosen the serpentine belt here, take my alternator off the top, and then this big plate has to come off. And the power steering pump is down underneath of it. It's that pulley there. You can see your reservoir. Here's your reservoir here on the, whoops, reservoir right here. So serpentine belt, and then get that big bracket off. And there's just a couple connections on the pump. There we go. Get that loose. I think my power steering pump is leaking. 13. Do not drop that nut. Ooh, Bosch premium alternator. I feel fancy. Hopefully don't have to disconnect a radiator hose to have access. There we go. Alternator's out of the way. The plate and the pulley. Let me show y'all. I'm thinking, see, there's one bolt there and there's another one down on this side, another one down this side. I think that whole thing needs to come out as one piece. So hose fitting there, hose fitting down there, and I believe there should be one more, but let me feel around, look it over here. You'd think there should just be supply and return, right? But the new pump that I have, I think, has 3 ports on it. Alright, so I skipped over some stuff, just nuts and bolts. I'll show you here in a bit. But what you're looking at there is the pulley of the pump, and I went ahead and had to take the bracket off with the pump on it and lift it up here in order to get to this bottom clip. There's a bottom hose on the underside of the pump, and you can't really get to it any other way that I can see anyway. All right. There we go. Come here. Okay, so now let's see about getting this pulley off of here. And I found, of course, the right tools. I could have took the pulley off with it on the truck, but I didn't. Let me show you how this pulley puller works. Basically, you've got these 2 rings, and they've got a smaller cut on this side, bigger cut on this side, and that's just so it's a multi-use tool. But for mine, we're going to be using a smaller one. And then you've got this push rod with the end on it is flat, so that it can push down on the shaft while pulling up on the wheel, on the pulley. So we put our smaller end half and half, and as we do, we have to also close them around. Maybe I can get you a profile there. So the big half's on top. We're going to close the smaller half around my pulley, and then thread this down until it bites. And then we're going to put this little ring around the outside, and that just keeps it from wanting to fly out sideways when you really put torque on it. The big trick is having your wrench as the backup, because otherwise this pulley wants to spin free and you'll never be able to figure out how the heck to get the thing off. Alright, there we go. So let's set those down. Now you can take your collar back off, your clips and your press, and our pulley's off. Now we're back to metrics, because we're back on my truck parts, not on the pulley tool. My new pump. Shiny pretty. Alright. Now, pulley install. So for the pulley install, we've got some new tools. Let me get them set up here. Okay, so for the pulley install, it's same but different. You've got a bolt here that threads down inside your pulley shaft, inside the pump shaft, and then you've got this press nut on top. This press nut rides down the shaft. So the way it works, again, we're going to be holding, this time we're going to be holding this bolt steady, whereas to pull off, you were holding the nut steady and turning the bolt. Now we're going to be holding the bolt steady and turning the nut. There we go. Once you bottom out, then you're just going to go the other way with your bolt. Loosen your press nut off just a little bit. And loosen your center bolt. There you go. Pulley's on. So I'm working on getting this bottom hose pulled on. I've got it about as far as I can get it. Okay. Start it on, I think. Yeah. That was really the difficult one there. Okay, now that was not all the way tight yet, but I've got it where it needs to be anyway. One bolt lining up on it. 13. Okay, so now I'm gonna get this little booger tightened up the rest of the way. Come on. You dog, come on. And our last hose. appropriate cap off my old pump. Just hardly tight. Shit, maybe that's my leak. Okay. Should be just the alternator and be done. Well, alternator and put my belts back on. I like that. The alternator just sits right on top. That was smart, Ford. $13 again. All right. Hook my power up.
A bunch of wine bottles and stuff. I saved the St. James winery stuff. I threw away all our champagne bottles. I saved the corks from our wedding and that sort of stuff. There's no point. I got up there because I just looked up there on that window.
I pissed you off?
And I got pissed off, so I've been cleaning it.
You can throw away the St. James bottles too if you want.
I know, but then what else is going to go up there?
I guess nothing. Check this out. Kind of fun. It's hard to do because my phone's almost too heavy for it. So it doesn't want to like hang perfectly. You really got to jimmy with it.
I'm losing all my fingertips. You know, when my fingertips, they start to like just peel off.
That's weird. All right. Wires are on. Clips on. All right. All right. It's all put back together. Now we just got to put fluid in and be done.